When I was 7, I became ill. I had pain in my stomach, and I went to the hospital, and they operated me at an acute appendix. After the operation, I had still pain in my stomach. Then after some weeks, I started to spit blood. After some months, they operated me on an ulcer. After a year, I went to the IMC, it's a medical hospital, academic hospital, and Hugo Heijmans was the professor there. And he said, well, we're going to turn you upside down, and he did. And then he said, she's not ill, she just don't want to live with her parents. But then after a year, I wrote him a letter that I was really thankful because I learned in the children's home that I didn't need to use being ill and the hospital, because I didn't want to live with my parents. Well, I grew up there, and because of all this being ill, I missed the 5th and the 6th class of primary school and the 1st class of high school. Then I was in this school for very difficult young people. And one day the police came at school, and they were there because some guy, he stabbed somebody else in the back for his Discman. And that it was a shock for me. So I was thinking, hey, I don't belong here. I want to go to a normal school. So I went to my mentor in the children's home. I said, hey, please, can you let me go to a normal school? Because these people are really crazy. And then he said, well, you won't make that because you have to work really hard. So then I went to school and I collected all the books I could find. And I, made it all in the evenings. And then I said, I now want to do a test. And then I could start at the 2nd class of high school. And that was really my first thing that I thought, if you really want something, then you could do it. So when I was 14, I started to live together with my first boyfriend and start working in a coffee shop, finish school, and make a career step to cafe coffee shop. And then when I was 24, I was thinking, hey, what will I do with the rest of my life? I saw all these older women working behind the bar, and I didn't want to be like that. So then I thought, maybe it's more about who I want to be. And then I thought, what is important for me? And it's important for me that people love me. So then I thought, well, then I just have to be nice. So then every time when I get a bad thought or a jealous thought or something, then I just thought it away. And suddenly it became automatically. And I really believed that did something in the cosmos, because I believe in what you send out, you get back. Also bullshit if you do. Then a girlfriend of mine, she said, why don't you sell your motorbike and buy a courier car, because that gives you time to think when you're on the road, because behind the bar you're busy with other people hearing the same story there every day. So I did. And then after 2 months I thought, hey, this is something my brother can do, because my brother has a muscle disease and was sitting at home already for 10 years. Then I phoned him up. I said, we go to the government who pays you the social money and we're going to ask for a car. Well, we did that. After 5 minutes, we were standing outside because they were not giving a car away just like that. And I got angry because it's so stupid. I calculated for them that they would have that money back from the car within a year because they don't have to pay him social money. So, but anyway, that was my first meeting with the system. Then I wrote a letter because I thought if it's my brother who has this problem, then there must be other people too. So I wrote a letter to Henny Huismans, like the showmaster on television. And I said, can I please go on the surprise show and tell my idea about a courier service where only people with a difficult body work. That means physically handicapped, chronically ill, 100% in the head. Well, Henny never answered. But because it was on paper, I just followed the steps. And I went to my bankman, and my bankman, he thought it was funny because a month before I came with him with a bottle of Geneva and a little bag of licorice powder. And I said, can you please give me 2,000 guilders because I want to put this drink on the market. And, well, that worked. So he explained to me what a business plan was and things like that. And after 1.5 years, I had the plan, and I went to Stichting Doen. It's a venture capital fund from the postcode lottery. Well, Simone Brandt and Laura Rosenbaum were the directors there, and they just heard from their supervisory board to preferably do business with a man around 50 with a proven track record. But they thought it was a great idea to start up ValidExpress. So I asked my girlfriend Janneke, who was also working behind the bar, to join me. And, you know, we really had to start from scratch because, yeah, when we got an email with a picture upside down, we would turn the monitor. Just to give you an idea how limited we were. But anyway, then a journalist came because she wanted to interview me about the drink. So I invited her at the office, and she said, well, what are you doing here? And then there was a 3-page article. It says, new Nicolette Mak, a little piece about Dutch Dynamite, and the rest about ValidExpress. And that really helped, because I was really worried, because I had these 5 cars, 8 drivers, and only 1 customer who phoned 3 times a day. So that saved us. After 2 years, I started in The Hague. And there's a lot of governmental organizations, so you would think they will, if you think logical, that they will follow for each other to hire a service like ValidExpress, because the benefit for society is enormous. I mean financially, but also in good energy. Well, it's not like that. I will spare you the details. So Simone introduced me to Eckert Winsen. And Eckert was a very successful businessman, and made a lot of money by starting BSO, what's now Others Origin. And with a huge amount of money he invested in green companies to make the world a better place. And he said, yeah, you don't need money, you just need my address book. So he handed me over a poetry album, and he said, just say who you want to reach. So I did, 66, put a letter to it, and here a little note saying, so it would go past the PA. And then after 2 weeks, I start phoning. And I said, hi, it's Nicolette from ValidExpress. Can I please speak to Rijkman Groening? And the guy who I was working with, he was falling off his chair. Well, so we get ING, House of Parliament, and, you know, all famous companies. And now we're we are number 3 courier service in Holland, and also the greenest. And we talk with one of the biggest courier companies worldwide for a cooperation. Well, goes off my time. Now I'll make a little jump because you know, many other things happened in that time. But in the TEDx in December, I said that for this year I will try to get 1,000, or not try, I will get 1,000 employers who will sign hiring people with a difficult body. So I make this plan, and I send it to these funds. And last week I heard that they don't believe enough in it to finance it. And that made me stand still. And then I thought, well, I think I have to go back to my basis. My basis is my kids. You didn't see me so much because I was trying to save the world. So now I'm going back into myself, and I truly believe that standing still makes, you know, something else coming out. Jim Stolz asked me 3 weeks ago, what will your story be if it was not about Valid? I think my story would be that everybody has this light in themselves, and that the only one who is going against, you know, reaching what you want to reach is yourself. So if you dare to step into your light and live like that, then other people will follow. And I started with Hugo, and he took the responsibility for me, you know, being this professor and saying she had nothing, and changed my life. Now I have to do it myself. And, you know, that's what you do when you grow up. A good, one of the best examples in my surrounding by, you know, giving power to the story I tried to tell is Maurice. So my last 3 minutes, I want to give to Maurice.
Hello, I'm Maurice. I'm 44 years old, and 7 years ago I was diagnosed hereditary spastic paraplegia.
Maurice, you have to go on the step.
On where? On the step?
Yeah.
Okay, where?
Yeah, here, back. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Maybe they give some extra seconds for us.
I've got strong arms, so... So I like to lie. I've been sitting the whole day, tires out, sitting, so I want to sleep. But am I disabled? No, I'm able. I'm able to sit here, talk, look. I'm able to be a good father. I'm able to work. I'm able to do sports. I'm a triathlete. I was able to tell my doctors that with training, with my muscle disease, I can do triathlon, no problem. And my doctor is my sparring partner now. Not my physician, but my sparring partner. And I believe that if we combine forces, patient and doctor, and we inspire each other, we can create the best healthcare there is. And this is what I wanted to say.